So you think there's an agenda going on. You think the masses, you think the people in power, they're pushing this agenda. You think they're trying to get all your children and all your kids to be like, no, I'm a boy, no, I'm a girl, I'm whatever I want to be. Ah! You think there's an agenda going on. I hear you. I understand where you're coming from. But it might not be what you think. Let's talk about it.
You stole my heart now. Play me like guitar strings. I light up the dark now. And she made my soul bleed. She desires riches, yeah. She just wants the bag. Taking trips to Paris, yeah. Left her heart unpacked.
What's good? Dark Knight Gang and this Stank Gang. You already know what's up. Listen, bro. Today we about to talk about something a little different, but this is much needed. It's much needed. Y'all know y'all my niggas. Y'all know I mess with y'all heavy. So I need to put y'all on game. A lot of y'all not going to understand me. A lot of y'all not going to agree with me. But I need you to think outside the box, and I need you to think differently for once, okay? Listen, I know you feel like there's an agenda going on. I know that you feel like they're pushing, trans people on everybody, and they're trying to make people become trans. They're trying to make people accept trans people and the gay agenda. I understand that. I know some of you guys even feel like that they're doing it to mess up the black community. They're doing it to take away from the black fathers. I've heard all the arguments. But I'm going to keep it all the way a stack with you. That's not the case. You're living in fear and you're thinking in a fear-based mindset. There is an agenda being pushed. The reason why it's being pushed is because people that are gay, people that are trans, the whole L.G.B.T.Q community, they're humans, just like you, just like me. So there is an agenda being pushed so we all can accept them. You see what I'm saying? It's not what you think. It's not an agenda is being pushed so they could take down the black man. What? An agenda is being pushed so they could depopulate the earth because it's going to be more trans, so then they won't have kids. No, that's not the case. The agenda is being pushed because they are humans, and you need to walk in love, and you need to love them and accept them. A lot of people on my channel now are starting to become spiritual. If you're starting to become spiritual, it's all about love and acceptance. You may not understand it. I don't understand it. I love being a man. I don't understand why another man want to cut his dick off and be a woman. It don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's not my place to make sense. I don't understand how they think. I don't understand what's going on in their mind. You feel me? So it's not your place to understand. It's your place to love them and accept them and say, hey, bro, if that's what you want to do with your life, you can do it as long as you're not hurting anyone else. I know the next argument that a lot of people say is, but some of them, they be trying to act like they not trans and then they trick men. That right there is an issue. The very, very, very small minority that does that, that is an issue. But you know why they do that? Because when they do come out as trans, they're more than likely to get beaten up. They're more than likely to get raped and more than likely to get killed. They live in a constant state of fear. That is the reason why they do that. If they're more widely accepted, they won't feel the need to trick people. Because they'll be like, listen, yeah, I'm trans. All right, you don't mess with me, you don't mess with me. Cool. See what I'm saying? You guys need to stop thinking that everything is a conspiracy. Because everything isn't a conspiracy, my guy. A lot of people have you fooled. You're walking around in fear. Fear is the lowest vibration. You're walking around in fear, thinking everything is a conspiracy, thinking, oh, they're trying to push the gay agenda. They're trying to push the trans agenda. Yes, they are, so you can accept them. Listen, let me tell you this. Back in the day, we all know in slavery days, white people really believed that they were better than blacks. They really believed that. That was the way of thinking. So then when others started to say like, nah, blacks are just like us, they're human beings, they thought that was an agenda being pushed. They felt like the government is trying to tell us that blacks are equal. Blacks will never be equal. They literally thought that their brains were bigger than ours. They thought we had the same amount of intelligence as animals. So they felt like they were better than us. So when the agenda was being pushed that we're all equal, a lot of them felt like, no, it's an agenda. It's a conspiracy. Do you see how dumb that sounds? That's how you guys are treating them. That's how dumb you sound. I'm going to keep it a stat. I know I'm being rude, but I need to keep it a stat. That is how dumb you guys sound. You're saying, oh, it's a conspiracy, it's an agenda. They're pushing this to make all our kids become trans. They're pushing this to depopulate the earth. No, they're not. They're pushing it because they are normal human beings. They just think differently and feel differently than you. You know what? I think, me personally, something might be off because they were born a man, but they feel like they're a woman. I think something might be off, bro. Maybe. I don't know. But you know what? I can't speak on it because I don't feel that way. We don't know what's going on in their minds. We don't. So how can you judge them? I'm telling you, you sound like the racist bigots that were white back in the day. You need to elevate your thinking, elevate your vibration, elevate your life, and then you can see it from this point of view. A lot of you guys aren't going to understand where I'm coming from. A lot of you guys are going to say, no, but the Bible. You're going to utilize Christianity. You're going to utilize whatever religion you believe in. Once again, religion is used to keep you in a box. It keeps your thinking a same type of way. Don't you understand that white people were religious? And in the Bible, it says, slaves obey your master. So they used to utilize that same quote and say, like, look, the Bible says slaves are fine. So slaves obey your masters. You're being kept in a box. You need to expand your mind. If you want to manifest in this life, don't you see how I manifest all of my goals and dreams? It's because I walk in love and I accept everyone. If you want to manifest all of your goals and dreams, you need to raise your vibration. Stop thinking so lowly. There is no agenda, bro. The only agenda being pushed is for the masses to accept them. Now, there's another argument going around saying, nah, the only reason why this is being pushed is because they're trying to equate this with the pedophilia love. No, they're not. The pedophilia love is trying to hop on this bandwagon, but it's not working. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to hop on the bandwagon by saying, listen, you guys accept them, accept me too, because I'm in love with a child. But it's not going to work because, like I told you guys again, pedophilia, it hurts people. It hurts children. It traumatizes children. You accepting transgender doesn't traumatize anyone. You accepting transgender doesn't hurt anyone. I already know people are going to be in the comments and say, Bernard, but if we all accept transgender, then the world's population is going to decrease. No, it's not. There's only a small percentage of people that want to be trans, bro. If we accept trans, not everybody in the world wants to be trans, my guy. There's a small percentage of people that want to do it. The world's population will not be diminished, and the black man will not be kicked out of the home because of trans. What? That argument is fear-based and it's so irrational. It's so stupid. There's only a small percentage of people that want to be trans. So you know what? When we all accept them and love them, there's only still going to be a small percentage of people that are trans. Stop believing all the propaganda that pushes fear and that pushes hate. People, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Humans and our brains hate change. That is a scientific fact. If you try to pick up a new habit, your brain is going to try to tell you, don't pick up that new habit. Let's continue to do what we've always been doing. So when anything new is introduced, your brain will come up with any excuse to not accept this new way of thinking. And that is what a lot of people are on. Elevate your thinking, elevate your mind. The reason why it's being pushed is because they are humans just like you, just like me. You are no better than them. I am no better than them. If they were born a man and they feel like they should be a woman, how is that hurting you? Why is that any of your business? Oh, because Brandon, they're teaching that to our children. Yes, they're teaching children that nothing is wrong with that and to love them. Because you know what? They should. People think, okay, if they're teaching this in schools, more kids will come out as trans, right? That's another argument. First and foremost, how do you know that's the case? How do you know? Once again, that's fear-based thinking. Oh, if they're teaching this to our children are going to think it's okay. First off, it is okay. If they teach this to our children are going to want to become trans. Who told you that? Where are the statistics behind that, my guy? Stop making up fear-based arguments that are illogical in your brain because you don't want to accept change. See what I'm saying? So I made this video because I need you guys to stop being so ignorant. You want to manifest. You want to become spiritual. You need to accept and love everyone. That's what life is about. You don't understand where I'm coming from. I don't understand where they're coming from. But you know what? It's not my place to say, nah, bro, you want to be a woman, that's wrong. Who am I to tell them that that's wrong? Who am I to tell them that that's wrong? They're not hurting anyone. They're not doing anything to anyone. So how is it wrong if that's how they want to live their life? See what I'm saying? Oh, but they're delusional. They're not in reality. I've heard that argument plenty of times. Guess what, bro? Guess what? You a 5'8" point guard thinking you gonna make it to the NBA. Niggas will say you delusional. See what I'm saying? 1%, I think it's less than 1% of people become athletes. So you know what? Having a dream of becoming an athlete, a lot of people say that's delusional. A lot of ways of thinking could be considered delusional, but we still accept everyone. The fact that I told you guys, I'm gonna become an artist. I've never done music a day in my life. Do you know how many times I was called delusional? People said, Brandon, how you gonna do that? You're delusional. Nigga, look now. Stop having illogical, fear-based thinking because you don't want to accept change. You need to understand how the brain works. I do research. I know how the brain works. That is the agenda being pushed. We all need to love them. Trans, listen, I'm going to tell you this anyway. Whether you like it or not, it is going to become worldly accepted. It will become accepted because Mother Earth and the whole world is raising its vibrations, is walking in love. Like I gave you the example of white people way back in the day when it comes to slaves. That was the standard because the world's vibration was way low. But as the world's vibration continued to rise, people's ways of thinking and their consciousness continue to rise. A lot of white people to this day, they don't think they're better than blacks. Now, there's still some out there that think they are. There's still some out there that are racist. And look, we all shun them. And I'm going to tell you something. You continue to think you're better than people that are trans or gay, you're going to be shunned. Change your way of thinking, bro. You're no better than them. I'm not better than them. You don't understand them. I don't understand them either. But if they really truly feel that way, nothing's wrong with it. Another thing that people say, my homie said this last night. He said, I feel like people are just hopping on this wave. They just hopping on the trend. First and foremost, that is not a wave. That is not a trend. That is one of the scariest things that anyone can do in their life because they know they will be talked about. A man switching his gender to woman is not praised, bro. You guys are living in la la land. If you look at the world, they have the highest rates of depression and they are the most talked about. And bro, I just need you guys to think. Yes, there's an agenda being pushed, but it's because you need to accept and love them. I accept and love them. Shout out to the L.G.B.T.Q community. You guys need to do it as well. Stop having your vibration and your way of thinking so low. You're not going to manifest anything in your life. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that right now. Change your way of thinking. Walk in love. You don't even understand me. If I told you how I see the world, you'll be like, Brandon, you're crazy. I don't understand you. It's not your point to understand me. And once again, it's not our point to understand them. As long as they're not hurting others, as long as they aren't hurting others, why is it a problem? They're teaching our children. I already told you. Yes, they're teaching your children to walk in love. What's the issue with that? Oh, Brandon, more children will want to be trans. How do you know that? Is that a scientific fact, my guy? No, it's not. You're speculating and you're just thinking fear-based illogic. That's fear-based illogical thinking. Oh, Brandon, the kids will want to become trans and they want to become gay. Is that fact? No, it's not. Raise your vibration, elevate your way of thinking, elevate your consciousness. Your whole life will change. You will start to manifest. You will start to walk in love. And you know what? In return, you will start to get more love. All right? I needed to make this video for y'all because y'all part of the gang. Y'all part of the Dark Knight gang, bro. You see how passionate I got about this? Is because I don't understand why people hate other people just because they're different. It makes no sense. Makes no sense. Accept and love everyone, bro. And if you don't accept and love them, think about the example I gave about white people, how they used to treat blacks back in the day. That's you. That is you. If you leave a comment down below saying I will never accept them, you sound like the white people when blacks were finally starting to get their rights. You sound like the white man or woman that says I will never accept them. They're not one of us. You're a bigot, my guy. Elevate your way of thinking. If you're still living home with your parents and your parents feel that way, they're bigots. Listen, just because your parents believe something, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. If your parents teach you wrong, it is your duty to figure out what is right. Your parents don't have all the answers, bro. I'm going to tell you that right now. So think about it. Elevate your way of thinking, elevate your life, elevate your consciousness. All right? Y'all stay up, man. Peace.